So, I am here today to tell you about what we are going to show you in each episode. What are the segments that we are going to discuss in each episode. Every episode we have designed in such a way that it's a combination of 5 or more than 5 segments. What are they? Of course, this same order may not be followed, but I would like to tell you the segments. There will be conversation, story narration, then you would also find an inspirational incident from Grace's personality's life, or an anecdote, or a parable, grammar, and a quote for you to think over. Now I shall tell you individually about these segments. So first I had mentioned about conversation. So conversation is supposed to be between two people. They would come and discuss some issue before you. Then when they discuss, note down what are the points that they are discussing. You would have a story narration. A story would be narrated to you, and on the screen you find the scrolling coming up. Follow the scrolling and the narration. Try to learn the new vocabulary which is being used, the grammar, the structures, etc. Then another segment where either we would have inspirational incidents from great personalities' lives, or an anecdote or a parable which would be narrated to you. Once again the same point comes in. Observe the vocabulary that is being used, the structures, the grammar that is being used. And in another segment we would directly discuss grammar for you, because grammar is the backbone of the language. So in the grammar we would give the explanation for that topic. There will be some nice examples, the usage part, and also exercises which either would be in this episode or the next episode. Now sometimes these grammar issues also, they may not be completely discussed in one particular episode. Sometimes they may be carried over to the next episode and so on. And we would also show you one quote, one inspirational quotation. When that quote is shown, think about that quote, cogitate on it, try to understand and imbibe that idea and follow it in your life. So this is how we have made it a mixture of different things put together, and with the main aim, only one aim, that is learning of English. English is a language, and to learn the language you need to expose yourself to many things. So that's how we have designed these episodes, and I hope you will be able to learn the language quickly and easily. That's what each episode of our telecast would be giving you. Okay? So right away we shall get into the episode. Now a grammar item for you. Learn the grammar and speak the language well.
I think we stopped at this point saying that verb plus optional noun and infinitive. Okay? When I say optional noun, there is an option. You may use it, you may not use it. Doesn't make any difference. What happens if we use, what happens if we don't use, we will see. Now here I said they asked to leave. So the same thing if I want to put, I can also put it over here. They asked me to leave. Okay? Right. Can you give me this one for in that form? They prepared to take the test?
They prepared
us to take the test.
Right. They prepared us. Here you can use this us. They prepared us to take the test. If you put that us, then it becomes the previous example that we discussed.
required
that is
noun.
required noun. Okay? If I don't use this, then it becomes the optional noun. Okay? Can you give me some examples in this?
They prepared me to take the test.
Okay, that is one. Any other? Want. If you want to say want. I want to study Spanish. or instead of I we can say they want to study Spanish. Okay, I can say this, but if I want to add a noun over here, then I can say they want
Me to study.
to study Spanish. Okay. So, this one will come into your subject plus verb plus optional noun plus infinitive. So, this can be the infinitive can be used in this manner. Okay. Right. Shall we get into the other one? Now, we will say verbs followed by infinitives. If I say the word agree, agree. So, if I use this, you can say Tom.
Agreed to help me.
Right, very good. Tom agreed. Tom becomes your subject, agreed becomes your verb. Okay? Agreed. Infinitives. To help. Tom agreed to help. So, this to becomes your infinitive. Can you give some more examples with appear? Any example with appear?
His health appeared to be better.
Very good. His health appeared to be better. So, here which one is the infinitive now?
To be.
To be.
To be. Okay. So, his health becomes the subject, appeared becomes your verb. Okay. To be becomes the infinitive. So, can you give another example any?
She promised to stop smoking.
She or he, or you can also say they. Promised to stop smoking. Okay. So, this comes into another category of your verbs which are followed by infinitives. Can you try out with some more examples on your own if possible?
I chose to help.
I
chose to help.
I chose to help. Okay.
They expect to arrive early.
Very good. Any other?
I prepared to play cricket.
I prepared to play cricket. Okay. All these things which are there. Now, this is how we have another one category of the verbs which are used, verbs followed by infinitives. So far we have used infinitives with the optional noun, infinitives with the required noun. Now we used infinitives which are followed by the verbs. Okay? Right. Now we will see how these infinitives can be used as different parts of speech. Now generally what happens, the role of any word in English, we have one rule which says that it changes, the rule changes, the word changes its position. When it changes its position, it also changes the parts of speech. Whichever role it is playing in the sentence, according to that role, the parts of speech also changes. For example, now Gladys, that is I. Now Gladys is a teacher in the class, same Gladys is a daughter at home, same Gladys will be is a friend to the friends outside, and same Gladys is a cousin to the cousins, same Gladys is student somewhere, if I am studying somewhere, if I am the student in the university. Okay. What is happening? Same person is taking different roles. Now, when I am in the class, I am the teacher. When I am at home, I am a daughter. When I am with my friends, I am a friend. When I am at the university, I am a student. When I am among my cousins, I am a sister. So, I will be playing different roles. But what is that? It is the same person taking these different roles, right? So, the same way, any word that we use in the sentence, based on the work it does in the sentence, it changes its position. Accordingly, we will also say that that particular thing is that parts of speech. I hope the point is clear, right? Now, we will see how these infinitives are used as adjectives. So far, we said infinitives means they are only verbs, a verb which takes up to. So far, we did that, but now we will see how these infinitives can also act as
Adjective.
adjectives and other ones that are adverbs. For example, I will say this is a good place to start reading, or I can say to start learning. This is a good place to start learning. Which one is the infinitive here now?
To start.
To start. So, here to start learning, now this becomes your, it acts as the
Adjective. Okay.
okay. So, this is a good place for what?
To study.
start learning.
To start.
To study or to start learning or to start practicing, anything you can use that in it. So, here it is acting as the adjective, right. Can you give me some examples of this kind?
Give your brother something to play with.
Give your brother something to play with. Okay, right. Any other?
Find the friend to help you study.
Find the friend
To help you study.
to help you study. Okay. Now, where do you think this is the adjective? It acts as the adjective,
To
help you
Study.
study.
right. Okay. This is how it goes. So, this acts as the adjective. So, here we are using the infinitives as adjectives. Now, we will see how this can be used as the adverb. Infinitives as adverbs. I started running. I started running. Okay. For what?
To reduce weight.
To improve my fitness. Good. Next, can you give me one more?
We must leave now in order to catch the train.
We must leave now
In order to catch the train.
in order to catch the train. Okay. Any other? Where should I underline it?
In order.
Very good. Okay.
He has
Next.
been studying all week so as to improve his grades.
Has been all week
So as to
so as to
improve
improve
his grades.
improve his grades. Okay, this is how it goes as the adverbs. Right? Okay. So now we'll see one more level of it, which talks of we can say they are as direct objects. Shall I go with this? Okay. Here the infinitives, we can use them as direct objects. You appear to be correct. You appear to be correct. What exactly do you mean by a direct object and indirect object? Any idea?
Direct object means between two people.
Direct.
Direct.
Direct object means where the action is done directly on the object. Object, you know, subject doing the action on the object. So, the object directly receives the action. So, that is called the direct object. Indirect object means always there is another thing which comes there, another person which comes there as the indirect. So, in this we use the infinitives as the direct objects. Can I give some examples of this kind?
I am not going unless you agree to go with me.
Okay, I am not going unless you agree to go with me, right.
They are attempting to solve the problem.
Ah, good. They are attempting to solve the problems. Right. So, this is how you use them as direct objects. That means directly the action is done on this, okay. That is what we call direct objects. Okay. Fine. Now, what we will do is we will just take up the, there is a slight difference now, infinitives and gerunds. When I say infinitives and gerunds, this is the last point I would like to mention in this, because most of the students they get confused between the gerunds and infinitives. Infinitives always they take up to plus any action, any verb. Gerunds are they take up with the V4 form, V4 that is the ing form. Now, if I say, I mean if I give you the difference between the infinitives and the gerunds, then you will have a very clear idea of what these infinitives and what gerunds are. Gerunds usually we take up ing forms, okay, and infinitives we take up only to plus verb. If I give you an example saying that I like to hike, I like to hike on the weekends. To hike, I becomes your subject, this becomes your verb and this becomes your infinitive. So, on the weekends can be the extra words, other words. The same thing if I put it in gerund, I can say instead of this same verb which is there, it can come I like hiking on the weekends. I like hiking on the weekends. So, there the same thing, the word hike is coming as a V4 form, ing form. So, there it is acting as a gerund. Okay. Can you give an example of this and then put it out in that?
She loves to read.
She loves to read novels.
She loves reading novels.
Good. She loves reading novels. Okay.
I like to play cricket on Sunday.
I like to play cricket on Sundays. Sundays means all Sundays. Okay. I like to play cricket on Sundays. Here,
I like playing cricket on
cricket.
Sundays.
right. I like playing cricket
On Sundays.
on Sundays.
They hate to get bad news.
They hate to get bad news.
They hate getting bad news.
They hate getting bad news. Okay. So, this is how we use the difference. Can you give some more examples of your own into this and that? Any other? Just give a try.
I like to cook sweets,
I like to cook
sweet
sweets.
dishes.
I
I like
dishes. I
cooking
like
sweets.
cooking
cooking
sweet
sweet
dishes.
dishes. Good. Any other? Try.
I like to ride bike.
I like to ride bike.
I like riding bike.
I like riding bikes. Okay, I like to ride different bikes. I like riding different bikes. Okay, that way you can give the difference between. This is the difference between the infinitives and the gerunds. So generally people they get confused. Here also you have this word, there also you have that ing. So what is the difference here? So for this infinitives, this is how it will be used, and there in the gerunds it will be used in that manner. Okay. Meaning is same. Here when I say I hate to get bad news, I hate getting bad news, meaning will be same. The only thing is the difference is in using the structure that we have, that is the difference here. Okay? Yes. So this is how our infinitives are used. So now whatever the first one that you started off saying that it is getting hotter to go out. Okay. It is getting too hot to go out, you said, right. So we started off from there, that is how our infinitives are used. So infinitives generally we use it with the verbs with to, and also we said how it can be used as a subject, how it can be used as an object, where infinitives can be used in this manner, the difference between infinitives and gerunds, and then we also used with the optional noun and required noun. Okay. And also we said how infinitive can take up with the direct as an adjective, as an adverb, and it can be taken as the direct object. So I hope I cleared everything with the infinitives part of it. Yeah. Any questions? Any doubts still?
It comes with indirect also, ma'am.
Yes, it comes. It comes with the indirect object more than the indirect direct objects. It takes more. Okay. So indirect objects generally, when it comes to the indirect objects, usually we take it with the things. Okay. But when it comes to the direct objects, they are the ones which gives more value to your infinitives with the direct objects, right. So thank you.
Now, listen to two people conversing with each other. They discuss some important issue.
Hi Varsha.
Hi Mansi.
Varsha, did you watch the recent grand finale of Indian Idol?
Yeah, I did, and I think Revant is the winner of Indian Idol.
Yes, Revant. And there was another person from Hyderabad, his name is Rohit.
Oh,
He also was in the top 3, I guess.
okay.
So why don't we talk about reality shows today?
Sure, definitely. But before going into that discussion, I think it is good that you tell what the definition of reality show is, because we never know what reality show is. We only look at the show as a show.
A definition, oh God, you've put me in a fix. Okay, so how to define a reality show? Alright, let me try this. A reality show can be defined as a TV program which has a particular theme, and according to this theme, things happen in real life and everything is recorded and there is no script to the program.
Okay, like a real life event.
Yes, like how there are particular programs which have a script, like TV serials have a script, everything is done according to the script. But in reality shows, it is not like that. Whatever happens in the flow, things are recorded in real life.
And they are aired on TV.
And they are aired on TV with a particular theme.
Oh, okay. Now, that was a good definition. Can you name some of the reality shows that are aired on our Indian television?
Sure. So you've got India's Got Talent, which is one.
Yes.
One of my personal favorites, Kaun Banega Crorepati.
Oh, yes.
That was a really good one.
That was an
Then
excellent
you have
Indian
things like
Idol, you just
Indian Idol,
mentioned?
exactly. We mentioned that. Then there is the famous Roadies.
Oh, yeah, Roadies.
Yeah. Then I think Salman Khan fans would be knowing this, Big Boss.
Big Boss, correct.
And then there's another one. I'm not very fond of it at all, but the Splitsvilla. That's also a reality show. This is
Okay.
some of them, I guess.
Okay, there are a couple of more programs that are aired, like you have MasterChef India,
Yes, how can I forget MasterChef India?
and there is Dance India Dance also.
Yes.
But most of the television channels today are only interested in their TRPs. There are nothing but television rating programs. Like I said, all these programs, like you have MasterChef, you have Big Boss, and you have Dance India Dance, you have Indian Idol, and you have many such reality programs which are competition based. They say that you please come forward, showcase your talent, be the best of all the participants, and you will win.
Yeah.
That is a simple theme of a reality program, and reality programs were the same. But now it has become to an extent that reality programs have had such a controversial impact on each and every one of us. It is having a different impact altogether.
It affects us more than we know.
True. What happens is, just in the name of TRPs, the channels are now giving a different version of reality programs. They are actually asking the participants to build up a controversial scenario so that they purposely either have a fight, they purposely either yell, or they purposely argue, or they purposely use an abusive or a vulgar language, just so that it inflates the other person and everybody gets into a fight. And because of a fight, or because of such kind of an enraged event, many audience will start watching it, because they want to know, oh, they got into a fight, oh, something like that has happened, oh, let me see what exactly happened by the end of that program. That will capture a lot of audience.
Food for gossip.
Absolutely. And we are failing to notice that all of this can possibly be scripted. It need not be a complete real event at all. And this is causing a very adverse effect on most of us, and especially on children. Because there are so many programs, we generally think that yes, it is a dance competition, everybody is so talented, it is so good. It is a singing competition, they're all so talented, they're all singing so well. Now this is, we have Big Boss, a reality show where people are locked in a house for more than 3 months or 2 months, and we are seeing all different shades of that, each person, each participant. But if everything was so plain and simple, what would be so different about one particular program from another? Why should I watch? There comes the differentiation, there comes the variety. That is what the producers want to add, something new, something spicy, just so that it will attract a lot of audience.
But I think whoever it is that is making the reality show should understand, like you said earlier, the impact that their show has on the mass of India.
True.
And if they understand that, they should make sure that whatever shows they make have some sort of lesson that can be taken away from it. Now if you take these kind of shows which are very entertaining, perhaps like Big Boss and Roadies and all these things, it is good to watch as time pass, but is there anything that you can learn from it, something that you can do to improve yourself? I don't think so.
You can definitely not learn anything from programs like Roadies or Big Boss or any such kind of reality shows that encourages mental and physical competition, and it will encourage you to outbeat the other person legally or illegally, morally or immorally, and come forward.
There are places where some controversies have come up in some shows, and that's the main reason why I think maybe those shows should not be banned, but there should be a compensation with other kind of reality shows which bring out a positive message. For example, there was one called Satyameva Jayate.
Oh yes, that was a brilliant program.
That was a good program. That also was reality. That also was entertaining because they took different kind of themes, different topics. But then everything that they took, they tried to give the people information about it.
Exactly.
And try to make people aware of what actually happens.
That show actually portrayed honesty and real incident and how a person coped through that time.
They spoke about with the problems that women face. They spoke about farmers. They spoke about science and technology.
Everything.
They were able to incorporate different themes, different subjects onto one common platform and bring people to talk about that.
Exactly.
And it was informative. It brought about awareness. It was entertaining to watch because apart from gossip, if you see something new, you will naturally be attracted to it.
True.
You'll be like, what is that? Let me learn about it. There will be that thirst and the curiosity that will attract a person to such a show.
Exactly.
Along with shows, entertaining ones like Big Boss and Roadies and Dance India Dance and other things, there should be compensation where there are shows which create awareness
True.
like that also, is what
True.
I feel.
There are programs when it comes to different countries, and even in India at places, there are programs that comes with a disclaimer. So I think these programs need not be banned. If they are made for entertainment purposes, let us all be entertained. Good. Let us all have number of Big Boss programs, roadies, a lot of Satyameva Jayates, and a lot of Indian Idols, and a lot of dance programs, and India's Got Talent. We'll have all of these reality programs. But at the same time, let us put a disclaimer and say that this is what we are trying to view. This is what we are trying to showcase. So please do not take this, and let there be an age limit, so that it will not affect the younger audience.
I know even the audience also should be wise in what they choose to watch.
True.
Although these shows can put an age limit, how much effort does it take for a child of 6 or 7 years or 10 years to just switch the channel and watch them?
Exactly.
There should be a certain level of discretion within the minds of the viewers also.
True.
And I hope that all the viewers, even those who are watching us right now, choose to engage themselves and in activities and in shows by watching shows which help them improve themselves, not only just for entertainment.
True.
Because at the end of the day, it is not only about marks or money or how well you do at the end of the day. It is how much you improve yourself every day as a human being.
Exactly.
And if you watch good shows that are entertaining, that help you improve something in yourself, which create awareness, you can do something for the society, you can improve yourself as a human being. I guess that's the goal at the end of the day.
That is. And we must also be careful that these kind of reality shows do not cause an adverse effect. Because in the name of television rating points, in the name of earning a lot of money, in the name of getting a bigger turnover, it so happens that some of these or most of these reality shows will end up having a very controversial episodes sometimes. And when the children watch, knowingly or unknowingly, this ends up having a very adverse effect on them. They see a very mean or vulgar language. They see a lot of celebrities on TV using that kind of language. If there are children who are fans of particular actor or a particular celebrity or anybody on TV, there are very good chances that the children will start picking up the language that they are using. They will start picking up what the adults on the TV are using.
Because they think it is okay to be like that.
Yeah, they think it is okay. If they can do it, I mean, even we can do it. They're showing it on TV. ఊరికే అయితే టీవీలో చూపించారు కదా. If it is that bad, they will not show it on TV. If they're showing it on TV, then even we can learn. It is okay to do it. It is out of innocence. So that is exactly why I thought that a proper age discrimination should be there when it comes to certain reality shows.
I agree.
And we must always keep in mind that these reality shows are only made as a purpose of entertainment alone. Some of these programs are very good to watch, like you have Kaun Banega Crorepati, and you have India's Got Talent, you have Indian Idol, you have Master Chef India. To name a few, there are many actually. These are only to name a few. These kind of programs are actually calling out to people, asking them to engage in these activities, to showcase their hidden talent. It is giving all of them a platform to come out and to voice their opinion, to participate, to win and to prove for themselves also. It is good. But at the same time, we should also be careful that these reality shows will not end up having an adverse effect. We must always keep in mind that it is good platform, it is good to showcase our talent, yes. But on the other hand, we should also keep in mind that it is as an entertainment purpose, and we will enjoy it as long as it is all in good humor. And if you want to encash an opportunity like that, we will. We will just keep it to a limit.
I just hope that none of the viewers imitate what happens on a reality show, because although reality show are real life events, they are done with the purpose of entertaining. They are
Only
not
a
done
purpose
with the
of
purpose of
entertaining.
day-to-day life activities.
None at
So
all.
it is not good to imitate those in real life and try to embody those or try to depict it in whatever you do. That's not right.
Hopefully now we have made enough discussion and enough points so that our viewers also will have this points and awareness in their mind to keep a reality show only as a source of entertainment, and this will not cause a bad effect or impact negatively on them.
I hope so too.
Thank you so much for watching.
Well, now listen to a story. Try to observe the vocabulary and the grammar in it.
The Story of a Dirty Pig. The title itself is very funny, isn't it? A tiger, after it hunted the animals and it ate and ate sumptuously. So after then it felt thirsty. It wanted to drink some water. So it went near to a stream. As when the time it went there was a pig which was drinking water. But tiger ignored it. You know, tigers, once tiger or any other animal, once they hunt, once they are full, they don't hurt the animals which they come across to. But very unfortunately, without any necessity, without any need, without any reason, man kills the others. So this we can see nowadays only in human beings. The animals in the jungle also follow the law and order. They have respect towards their fellow beings. When they are hungry only, they hunt. Else, they don't harm the other animals. That's why we can see many animals together in the jungle. But the pig did not know that the tiger was full. So it thought that the tiger would definitely kill it. So it froze in terror. But once the tiger ignored it, it was relaxed. So the tiger, when it bent to drink water, but it just took 2 steps backward. It stepped back in disgust because the water was smelly. It smelled foul. As we know, the pig always rolls in the mud. So when it drank the water from the stream, the mud from its body mixed with the water and the full water became smelly. He decided to go to another pole. So the tiger did not like that foul water. So it wanted to go to another pole. The pig, puzzled by his behavior, jumped to the conclusion that the tiger was going away without drinking out of fear of him. See how silly it is? It's very funny. So the pig thought that tiger was afraid of the pig and tiger was afraid of him. That's why it was not drinking water from the stream and it went away. Thinking so, it became very proud. So suddenly, feeling as strong as an elephant, he ran after the tiger and challenged him to a fight. See, in his childish behavior, the pig challenged the tiger to fight. Not today, said the tiger, looking over his shoulder. Meet me here tomorrow and we will fight. Because the pig was muddy all over, so the tiger could not bear the smell. So it said, not today, tomorrow, meet me, then we'll have a fight. The pig took his reluctance to fight as further evidence of his fear of him, and his spirits soared. Again it thought, only tiger was afraid of me, that's why it did not agree to fight with me. He rushed home and began to boast that soon he would be king of the jungle instead of the tiger. Boasting is telling high about oneself. It is nothing but blowing his own trumpet. When his family and friends heard he had challenged the tiger, they were appalled. They were shocked. They guessed why the tiger had turned away from the pole and took the pig to task for his foolish action. They knew that why the tiger went away, but they wanted the pig to learn a lesson. The pig soon realized that he had made a terrible mistake and was seized by a cold panic. As his members of the family started telling him what happened really, after a few days, after a few hours, the pig realized that what really happened. So it became afraid of the tiger. It started trembling. So it became panic. Seeing his distress, his aged grandfather hastily worked out a plan to save him. So usually grandparents are very much helpful to the children. So they love grandchildren. So his grandfather also wanted to help him. So he gave him advice. He gave him some advice. Keep your appointment with the tiger, he advised his grandson. Otherwise, he will come here looking for you and slaughter us all. It will kill us all. But before going to meet him, roll in the dirt and mud so that you stink a lot. It's a good advice, right? Came the day of the big fight. The pig rolled in the mud and in elephant's dung and in all the other rubbish he could find, and then went to meet the tiger. The tiger was waiting impatiently for him. But when the pig drew near, the tiger stepped back in disgust. It was horribly smelling. So the tiger could not bear the smell. What have you done to yourself? He snarled. You stink, yuck. The tiger had come with the thought of feasting on delicious pig meat. But now he felt nauseated and his appetite vanished. So his hunger disappeared. He actually planned to have a feast, but it could not. I have come to fight, squeaked the pig, stepping forward. Get away from me, growled the tiger. Go. The pig turned and ran. The pig and his family and friends realized that being dirty was good for them. So they began to wallow in mud every day before going out. They continue to do so to this day. That's why we find pigs very dirty and smelly too, as they roll in mud.
It's a parable that now you're going to listen to, observe the words, the structures, etc.
Today let us know the value of teamwork through a small parable. Now the story goes as, once upon a time there was a rich merchant. He had 4 daughters. Each daughter had a lot of positive capabilities and abilities within her. Each daughter was able to conduct herself exceedingly well, and they were doing very well for themselves. The merchant thought, today I am there, I am alive, I am able to take care of my daughters are taking care of me. Tomorrow, if I am not there, my daughters should not only take care of themselves, they should take care of their sisters, of this entire family as one. Now, they are all exceedingly well individually in their own way, but they should also learn how to work collectively. But the father was not able to put forward this idea to the daughters. So, he thought, let us make it a practical way of teaching them. One day, the father sat and he made all his 4 daughters sit in front of him. He brought a bunch of sticks. He gave one stick to each of his daughter and he said, why don't you try breaking the stick? So each daughter thought, I am good enough to break the stick, I am strong enough to break the stick. Each daughter were able to break the stick in 2 very easily. Then the father gave each of those daughters 2 sticks. Then the father said, why don't you try breaking this into 2? Now the daughters tried. It was slightly difficult, but they were able to manage and break it into 2. Then the father gave each of those daughters 4 strong sticks. Now the father said, why don't you try breaking this? The daughters sat, they tried hard, no matter what they did, the stick didn't even crack a little, let alone even bending. The stick didn't even crack. They tried breaking, but it didn't. Then each of the daughters started giving up. She said, father, I can't break this. 4 together is so difficult. Individually I could break, but 4 together will be a slight problem for me. Every daughter started saying the same story. Individually I can, but 4 collectively is too strong for me to break. So the father said, what did you understand by this? The same way, the 4 sticks is so difficult to break. Now when each of you work collectively and be together as a team and work, conduct yourself as one family, it will be difficult for the society or for the situation to break you also. There are several situations that we deal with in our personal or in our professional life, and there are chances that it might affect us, it might break us. But we need to work together as a team, as a family, and move forward in life. So you should learn the value of teamwork, the value of your own family. Teamwork is seen everywhere, but the first step is taken in our own family. That is what the father wanted to tell the 3 daughters, his 4 daughters. So he told, just like the sticks, each of you have the chances of breaking under pressure. Individually. The same way 4 sticks collectively was difficult. The same way 4 of you together as a team, as a family, will be impossible to break by any person or any situation. Whether I am there or not, you all need to work together, conduct yourself as a team, as a family, and move ahead in your life.
That was such a relevant story. It made a lot of sense to the concept of teamwork.
Exactly.
Thank you for sharing it with all of us.
Definitely. And thank you so much for watching this.